Hello guys, nice to meet you.
Hello.
Hello, sir.
Hi.
Hello.
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 Let's wait a
Good
minute
afternoon.
for other students to join.
Hello.
Hello everyone.
Hello. Afternoon.
Hello.
Hi,
Hello.
Hello.
Hi.
nice to see you.
Hi.
Hello.
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 Good afternoon.
Yeah. Hello
Good
everyone.
afternoon.
Nice to see you guys and welcome to our online teaching experience and online lectures on physics 1, physics 161. Unfortunately, we cannot meet in person, and because of these circumstances, we need to organize online learning process. However, I believe that it will be well organized and you will have good experience with good outcomes from our course. So my name is Viktor Brus. I'm assistant professor at the Department of Physics of Nazarbayev University. And I will work with you during this semester on course Physics 161, which will cover such topics as like fields of physics as mechanics, molecular physics, and thermodynamics. So this is our goal for this course. And of course, since all of you guys are just have started your study at Nazarbayev University, and this online teaching may be quite difficult at the early beginning to organize and be properly involved in. That's why today we have this introductory discussion of our course, of its structure, how it is organized, and what based on what you will eventually receive your final grade, which is of course very important. So in the process of our discussion, you are welcome to ask me any questions. We will try to answer all of them. And let us maybe first go to this manual. In the welcome email which I sent to you, you got the link to the Google folder with the syllabus and the lab, course manual. This course manual is actually the most important document, which provides very detailed information on the structure of the course and its organization. So please take your time, read it carefully, and be sure that they'll download it so it's somewhere on your computer and you can come back to it when it is necessary. So let us go through it, and on the way I will try to discuss the most important parts, and of course you are welcome to ask me questions. Okay, now I share my screen. Do you see my screen now, guys?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So this course is considered to be a flipped course, which means that you work with available, currently it's online available textbook, according to schedule, which is provided also in this course manual. We will come to this point later. And come to our online discussions, which are planned for like 3 times per week, Monday, Wednesday, Friday. And we discuss physics concepts which are not clear to you, or which you would like to understand a bit better, or hear some alternative explanation for them. So that is great. However, based on our previous experience, it's already 2nd year, during which we organize online delivery of general physics courses. Usually that is not working very well, and students don't have so many questions. So in order to compensate this, we will have, from my side, I will try to deliver you some form of online lecture on the most important concepts which are according to this time schedule in our course manual. And of course, in parallel, you are very welcome to ask your questions, which you have based on reading, working with the textbook, or some questions related to that particular material, which I will deliver you during our online discussions. So now let us come to the next point. Oh, by the way, so this textbook, here you have links to this online textbook, and that is freely available, so can be accessed from anywhere. So one of the most important points are contributions to your final grade, how it will be calculated, like, and finally how you will get the final grade based on your activities within this course. So there are 3 components, and as you may see here, first one is weekly assignments. So during all our course, every week, you will get weekly homework assignments, which will consist of something like 10, 12 problems within LongCAPA. LongCAPA, it is an online platform which is designed for online teaching of different courses, in particular physics, and it is very useful to organize studying process of physics, because it provides opportunity to solve problems online, submit online your solution, numerical solution with the units, and be evaluated based on your performance. The thing is that LongCAPA, let's focus a bit on LongCAPA, because that is one of the key novelty of this online courses which we deliver nowadays. It is some technical platform which will not accept any deviations from the rules and formats it accepts. So it means that you need to be very careful when submitting your solutions. It should be correct format. For instance, if you put comma instead of dot, that will not be accepted and you will not get the point. So please be aware of this, and don't forget, because that is important for your final grade. Also, other technical aspects of this LongCAPA, there will be links in this manual with instructions how to deliver your answers online in LongCAPA, and which formats are accepted, which are not accepted. So please go through that and take your time to understand it properly. So in order to make your experience easier and provide you some time for getting familiar with LongCAPA platform. During first week, you don't have any homework assignments. This week, we will take some time to get all your lists of students for each section and create your accounts in the LongCAPA system, and then provide you information on access to LongCAPA. So this work will be done by our LongCAPA administrator, and his name is Azamat Orasbayu. I believe that closer to the end of the week, you should already start getting your credential for access in LongCAPA. And if by any means you cannot, after getting these credentials, you cannot log in LongCAPA, please email our LongCAPA administrator, Azamat. Here is his email, and he will help you with these technical issues. So starting, in order to give you a chance to practice a bit, during second week, you will get this homework assignment. You will have a chance to log into LongCAPA, will have a chance to solve these problems and submit your correct answers in order to practice how it works. So this second week homework assignment will not be evaluated, and it will not have any impact on your final grade. So it is done specifically to give you a chance to practice a bit with LongCAPA and be familiar. And starting from the third week, all your homework assignments will be evaluated. So in total, for all weekly homework assignments, you will get 20. It will have a contribution of 20% toward your final grade. Again, taking into account this not simple circumstances under which we are working nowadays with this online delivery of lectures, it may be that you experience some technical issues and may not have access to internet, or your computer is broken. Any possible reasons can happen. In order to automatically take this, at least try to take these circumstances into account, the lowest grade of all your weekly assignments will not be counted towards the final grade. So this second component of your final grade will be based on 3 midterms and final exam. And as you see, here it is the most important part, because 60% of your final grade will be actually defined by your performance at midterms and final exam. So this will also be organized during the, it will be also organized via the LongCAPA. So how it will work? We can take a look here on this schedule for the course. We can see that our midterms are also mentioned here. So we will have it on Saturdays in order to avoid any possible interference with other courses. For instance, our first midterm exam will be on September 11th. You will be given this time interval between 10 and 11 a.m. And within this time interval, you can log in LongCAPA, and you will, since that moment when you start the exam, you will get 45 minutes to finish it. I don't know currently number of problems which will be provided for midterm exam. It will be defined closer to the midterm exam, but we will try to have this balance between the quantity and difficult level of problems in order to be in the reasonable time scale of 45 minutes in order to provide solutions for these problems. So we will have 3 midterms. They all are scheduled here in this table. Final exam is not scheduled here because final exam we still don't know exactly when it will be organized, so it will be known closer to the end of the course. Again, it will be organized via LongCAPA, and again, please be very careful with the format of your solution. It should be properly submitted as required by LongCAPA. Otherwise, you will not get your points, which is very would be very pity. So please be very careful and aware of this strict requirement. Again, one of these midterm and final exams, they will have the same weight. There's no, like, final exam is not contributing towards your final score more than midterms. They are equal in this regard. And the lowest grade will not be counted towards your final grade. The last, third component of your grade will be based on laboratory assignments. And this provides also 20% of the final grade as weekly assignments. So starting from first week, let's say here in this table, in the schedule of the course, we have a column responsible for laboratory work. We see there is no laboratory meeting during first week. Then you will have this introductory meeting during second week. And starting from third week, you will get this laboratory works to be done. So you will work closely with your lab assistants and also lab coordinator. Here in this manual, there are all information and like names and so there's name of lab coordinator, and also there's name and of our lab supervisor. Let's check here. Lab coordinator SM Zakupova. She is responsible for the organizational part of labs, the equipment and currently videos, which should be provided to all of you in order to perform these laboratory works online. And also we have lab supervisor. It's assistant professor at physics department, Bakhtiar Orazbayev. In case if you have some misunderstanding with LAs, that happens very rarely, but sometimes you believe that your lab report deserves higher grade, which was provided by LA. So your actions. First, you contact your LA and try to explain your point of view. Via email, or you can schedule also as a next step, you can schedule some Zoom meeting with your LA and try to convince him or her that your lab report should be graded with a higher grade. If it doesn't work, LA doesn't agree, and you still not convinced by LA according to the provided grade, you have an opportunity to contact lab supervisor, Bakhtiar Orazbayev, and here at the end of the manual, we have this great appeal form for which you fill with all information, provide detailed description of the case and reasons why you believe it should be considered, and submit this great appeal form to our lab administrator, like supervisor. Then these cases will be considered by him, and based on his solution, you either get higher grade or will not get any change of your grade. So coming back to LongCAPA, because that's one of the key instrument for, and you need to master using it quite efficiently in order to get high grades. There is a small chance that there will be, for let's say weekly assignments or even for midterms, that's very unlikely because all these problems are checked, but there could be some technical issues with LongCAPA. And then if, for instance, some parameter is not given, you believe that it's not given and you cannot solve the problem, or you submit your answer, LongCAPA doesn't accept it, claims that it's wrong, and after many times of checking this problem and your solution, you still convinced that your solution is correct and LongCAPA just doesn't accept it, then you can also appeal for this particular problem. So how does it work? You make screenshot of your LongCAPA problem, make screenshot of your solution provided to LongCAPA which is not accepted, and also copy of your step-by-step solution written by your hand on some paper. And please write very clearly so I can, and I and other instructors can clearly understand what is written there. Then we will take this into consideration. And if indeed in this particular problem was some technical issue, you will get your point if your solution is correct for the problem. And it was not accepted by LongCAPA. Please be aware that this opportunity exists, but don't misuse it, because you can submit this appeal only in that case when you check many times and you are strongly convinced that there should be some issue with the LongCAPA problem. Many cases it is not the case. Students submit appeal. However, it was the issue with their solution, unfortunately, not with the problem. But of course, it takes time, and this time could be spent more efficiently in addressing some questions from students which are related to physics, not to some technical moments of mistakes, some technical mistakes in the solution. So be very careful with this. And my strong recommendation, when you solve problems for weekly assignments and midterms, please derive first the final equation, and only afterwards substitute given numerical values for parameters. That will help you to avoid these many steps when you calculate one equation and get parameters substituted in second and third and fourth. Every additional step provides higher chances to make some mistake, forget some number, and there is a very narrow range of accepted values for the correct answer. It's like plus minus 1%, which LongCAPA will accept. And the less equations you will have at that moment when you substitute the numerical values, the better will be, more chances will be to avoid going beyond this narrow range accepted. Also, please check your units to be sure that you have correct units after deriving final equation. let's see what else we need to discuss. If you contact, you have some questions and want to send an email regarding the course, some midterm exam, or for instance, appeal for this some particular problem which you believe is not correct from LongCAPA, please submit your emails only to your instructors of your section. Don't submit to other instructors because that will not help you in any way. They will check that you are not from their section, and you will eventually come to your instructor, but it will save a lot of time for everyone. And taking into account the huge amount of students in this course, it can be very helpful if you particularly write emails only to your instructors. So you definitely are requested to, and it's mandatory to read carefully the manual. Of course, if you have any questions now, you're welcome to ask, and we can discuss them, because definitely I didn't mention everything. However, you can remind me some important things and we can discuss them now. So I believe that was quite clear what I mentioned. Yeah. So Ali Khan, you have a question? You're welcome. Don't hesitate to. You can unmute yourself and ask questions.
Okay. Good afternoon, sir. I have never used the LongCAPA platform, but I guess in that platform we need to supply our answers to the questions. For example, what is the velocity of this motion? We just type in 15 meters per second. So exactly. We do not need to supply our solutions, do we?
No, you're absolutely right. You don't need to supply any solutions, attach any files. Everything what you have to do is to type correctly in correct form, which is accepted by LongCAPA, the numerical number with the units. There will be like 2 boxes which you can fill, and that's it. That's what is requested.
Thank you.
Yeah, another question. Yeah,
can you please repeat about the proctoring part?
Proctoring part. So during the so that's good question. Also, we need to discuss this point. So automatically we trust you guys, and we believe that all of you came here to study, gain some knowledge, experience, and expertise, and we don't have any reasons not to trust you. So that's how it works, and I believe this is fair approach. There will be actually no real proctoring. You will have during your home assignments, it takes all week. You can solve these problems and submit. So that's up to you. When you work on this, you can wait until the end of the week. You can solve 1 problem per day. That's totally fine. How you decide it works better for you, go for it. For midterms and final exam, there could be that some instructors will randomly contact some people and just ask some questions on the solutions of problems, maybe will request to show some step-by-step solution from some students. So that is possible. However, again, it's not our intent to believe that there will be some cheating issues. So we trust you guys, and hope you are also understand that it's beneficial for you to learn things by yourself. Yeah, Kamatbayeva.
Yes, good afternoon, everyone again. My question is like this: the information you have just shown for us, can we find it from Moodle? I mean, from the
So,
yes, from that site.
yeah. Okay, so if you check this welcome email which I sent you, there is a link to Google folder where is this like syllabus and this manual document. So you can access it online, and everyone should have access to this. And it's very important. So please do let me know if this link doesn't work for you, or you didn't get the welcome email, so I can send you this file, but it should be available for everyone.
Okay, thank you.
With the link in this email.
Yes, I think this this was the problem because today in the morning I've like just added to the group because I was in the waiting list. So
Oh,
I think
okay.
that was the reason why I didn't get the message.
I
Okay,
understand. Okay, then probably send me an email, and I with request for this link, and I will send it to you.
Okay.
Okay. Any other questions, guys? Yeah, LDR.
Yeah, hello. I guess I might missed it, but do we have any attention percent in our grades? And if so, how it will be counted?
You mean if is it mandatory to visit lectures and recitations?
Yeah, like, and it will it be like any marks for attendance?
Yes. Okay. So thank you for question. I can only strongly recommend you to attend these online discussions and our lectures. Also, recitations make sense because there you will specifically solve problems, and keep in mind that taking into account this online teaching and studying conditions, we evaluate you mostly based on solving problems. So that is in your interest to attend both, I believe, lectures and recitations. However, we also understand that it may be technically not easy to organize, and there could be different issues. So for sure, you will not be evaluated based on attending the any lectures or recitations, but you are strongly recommended to do so. And again, we also try to make it a bit easier as much as possible for you. So in order to provide you some asynchronous learning experience, so these lectures, as was mentioned in the welcome letter, will be recorded and then available online. So you can, if you miss it, because if you wanted to attend it, but you missed it because of some technical issues, at least you will have an opportunity to watch it online and then attend next lecture in this online discussion.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. Any additional questions?
Can you answer to the questions about the lab reports?
Okay, so what specifically you are interested in?
I'm interested in the data analysis section. We need to provide the graphs, charts, and we need to provide the line of the best fit for that graph. Can we export, for example, graphs from any other sources, or do we need to plot them on the Microsoft Word? I guess that's where we'll be writing our reports. So, I mean, can we export those graphs?
Yeah, sure. So let's say first comment on labs. Of course, the final information will be provided by lab assistant. That is the most important information for you to work with labs because they will evaluate your labs. However, as I know, you can use for plotting and building tables any software. It just has to be embedded in the final lab report and be correct and clear. So that is my understanding of this, but definitely repeat these questions when you have a chance to contact with your lab assistant.
Thank you.
Yeah, so with there was some question regarding the online availability of lectures. In this welcome letter, there is also a link where you will be able to access them. Let's say what we missed here. So you can see this. Maybe I can share again the screen. So you can see this schedule. We have for each week certain topics. You are welcome to read them in the textbooks. There are a bunch of videos on these topics, which you can also watch. And then during our discussions, we will answer your questions related to physics concepts. And also I will provide again some, deliver some material which is essential for understanding within these chapters for respective weeks. Keep in mind that for solving problems, you have recitations. That's where you systematically will solve problems, practice with that. So the purpose of our online discussions and lectures is to understand physics concepts and derive equations in order to understand where they come from and what each of terms of these equations mean from the physical point of view. So that is our goal, and that's what we are going to do during our online meetings. I guess I mentioned about this that with LongCAPA you contact Azamat Orasbayev, our LongCAPA administrator, lab coordinator Sam Zakupova, and lab supervisor Bakhtiar Orasbayev. Please don't submit these appeals often. You need to, there should be definitely a reason for appeal for lab or appeal for LongCAPA problem. It may be that there is some technical issue. That's why I cannot claim that it's impossible that your solution is correct and it's not accepted by LongCAPA. Could be some issue. We will figure this out. Don't worry about this. You will let us know. And of course, you are not alone. There are many students. You will let us know. We will have a meeting with all these instructors, figure all these issues out. And if there was a problem, you will get your point. Yeah, again, this information here on lab reports, there's like in the range of 5-7 pages. You will be mentioned again with lab assistants about all these moments, but that's also important. Keep in mind, it should not be too long. There will be 3 persons in the group. So all of you guys will be grouped in 3 person groups. And then you will try to, that's part of the training actually, part to negotiate with each other who is responsible for what, and be aware that it should be, everyone should contribute in time. because you will share the grade of the group. So that's important to find this communication, efficiently organized communication between you in order to avoid possible misunderstanding and problems. Also be aware that plagiarism is not accepted in any form, and that will be punished immediately. So again, it's important part. You need to be in contact with each other within the group of these 3 people, because if someone does not good job and just copy paste some parts, then everyone from the group will have problems and will lose points. So in order to I think that is who will distribute you in groups. That is a very technical question, which will be in details discussed with your LAs, like laboratory assistants. And I believe you will have a chance to organize groups also based on your wishes. Unfortunately, you couldn't meet with each other. It's another challenge which you need to overcome. But yeah, we cannot change anything with this, unfortunately. So yeah, one more question.
Hello, I had a question regarding working in groups. So will we work in groups throughout this whole semester?
On laboratory works, yes.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, one more question.
Good afternoon. I have 2 questions. First question is, will we have any assignments this week?
Okay. And second question?
Second question is, how can we participate in office hours? I mean, I found only information about the time and date in syllabus, but what about Zoom links?
Okay, so good, thank you for questions. So first question is quite important for organizational moment. As I mentioned, you will get this weekly homework assignments. You will not get it during this week, because this week we will take time to get the list of students and organize everything in terms of your access to LongCAPA. Then you will get this assignment starting from second week, but that will be a test assignment. So you will not be evaluated. Your performance will not contribute to your final grade. It's just test assignment. So you have a chance to practice with LongCAPA, practice with logging, and also sending your answers. Starting from the third week, you will be working on these assignments, and your results will be evaluated. From third to the last week of the semester, all homework assignments will contribute to your final grade, besides the lowest grade of all these assignments, which will not be counted. So this is the first question. The second question regarding office hours, taking into account this flipped class form of online delivery, we have our discussions during the scheduled time, 3 times per week, once on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. As experience shows, that is definitely enough. Those who are interested, they are coming here, and we discuss all questions which you collected while working with textbook or with provided video materials. And then usually that doesn't take much time of the discussion. And then I just start to deliver some material within the course and topics according to this time schedule, which we have in the manual, with essential information and concepts, derivation of the equations.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Hey guys, any more questions? Keep in mind, if you don't have right now questions, I'm sure you will come up with some questions a bit later. So we will definitely have a chance to continue this organizational discussion during next meeting, which will be on Wednesday. That practice shows from our previous year experience that these questions are coming on the way. So we will dedicate some time and we'll discuss them. Don't worry if you don't ask something now. That is normal. We will discuss first all these organizational questions, and then with remain time, we will already start to discuss some topics related to our course material.
Hello.
Yeah.
My name is Bekmadir. I'm
Nice.
first year student. So as you said, we'll have an access to LongCAPA system, and in order to obtain more information about it, would you share a document with us, which you showed in the beginning of this session?
Okay, so this document is, the link to this document is sent to the welcome letter, which I sent to all.
Okay.
Yeah, if by any reason you didn't receive that letter, but if you're in the list, if you didn't change the sections or were not attached to the section later, you should get it. I believe majority of people here, they received this letter, so you can double check there, and there is a link to this Google folder where you can find the course manual.
Thank you. I just forgot that there is a Google Disk, not the file attached.
Yeah, sure. That's a Google Disk. There are two files currently, syllabus and this course manual. Okay, guys, looks like we are yeah, for mostly for your studying, that's how it's planned. You have these freely available textbooks with links in the manual, also links to different videos available online, which are structured according to the time schedule of our course. So that those are definitely is sufficient sources of information for our course. Of course, I will also try to deliver you some important concepts here during our meetings. Any questions you have specifically related to physics, you are welcome to discuss during our meetings. So that is the structure of our online work. We had already 1 year of experience. We delivered physics 161 and physics 162 last year, like last educational year. So in general, things are working fine, and definitely we, regardless of all these restrictions, can have good experience working together online. Good, guys, now we are running out of time, so thank you very much for coming here and attending this online meeting. I hope to see you, at least most of you, in the future during these meetings in the on Wednesday and so on. Have a good day, take care, and see you on Wednesday. If you have any questions, prepare them on Wednesday. We will discuss.
Thank you. Goodbye.
Thank you. Goodbye.
Thank you. Goodbye.
Bye. Bye, sir.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Bye.
Bye.
Goodbye. Thank you.
Goodbye. Thank you for
Bye,
answers.
guys. Mhm.